Hello and welcome everybody to another Arena Direct event. Today we are going to be doing some sealed deck building with Tarkir Dragonstorm for a shot at a potential collector booster box. So that's going to be really sweet. In the last run we went 4-2. Sadly we started out 4-0. Things were looking good, but lost to a very solid player on a Dragons deck and then a Zergo with haste. Yeah, and I didn't have a kill spell for it in time. Anyways, that was tilting. As you can tell, I'm recording this right after that one, so it's still fresh in my head. But you know what? Let's forget about that and move on and try to win a booster box of collector booster box of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Now, before we head into the sealed deck, just want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your TCG singles and sealed product needs, whether you need some booster boxes or some singles. Let's say you want some cards for your standard deck, your commander deck, or your modern deck. TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. They really are the place to go to. They're always innovating. They're always creating new products. They also have a heavy convention presence. Make sure you check them out. And now, let's open some booster packs. 9 rares. I do like that. Okay. Emergent Ultimatum. I don't think this is good in sealed. It's really hard to cast, and I get to get 2 monocolored cards, but it looks like possibly we're going to be a Sultai base. We do have Awaken the Honored Dead, Sinkhole Surveyor, and Fanekeeper's Familiar. I don't love Severance Priest. It's fine. Sidisi's whatever. Opening a land is not great, but Great Arishan City is actually a pretty good land to open if that's what you open. And Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, if I have a solid uncommon dragon to search for and my mana fixing is good enough, I can certainly play it. So let's take a look at the rest of the pool and see what we have available. White, I almost never play. Unless you have just like the perfect Mardu aggro deck. White, it just almost never ends up being the color that you end up playing. For blue, ooh, I do love my blue. Triple Sibsig Appraiser. That is incredible. Dispelling Exhale, also incredible. Fresh Start, really solid removal spell. Roiling Dragonstorm, great card draw spell, especially if we can find some dragons to play. So we are almost 100% going to play blue in some fashion, given what we have here so far. Moving into our black, we have... Oh, our black actually looks kind of terrible. We have... Wow. Sinkhole Surveyor, and that's kind of it. Whale of War is actually a fine card to play, even on the splash, and some Outriders. Yeah, our black looks pretty weak. I imagine it's going to be something like a blue-green deck with a slight black splash. All right, moving on to red. A triple Molten Exhale. Wow. Okay, so that's a premium removal spell. Stormshriek Feral, okay. So red, if I have good mana fixing, I can certainly look at to try to play the Molten Exiles. At green, we have Einok Wayfarer. I don't really love main deck Heritage Reclamation. Disruptive Stormbrood and Saga Wildling is great. We have a red splash land there. Nothing in white that I really want to splash probably, but whatever. Well, double Nomad Outpost, okay. Dragonclaw Strike is fine. Karakik Guardian is great. Okay, so that's another good card worthy of splashing. Sandstep Citadel too, okay. So a white splash is actually kind of free here. Double Nomad Outpost and Sandstep Citadel. So we'll see where that goes. Rakshas's Bargain, my favorite card of the set. Let's go. And whatever. Let's put those cards in. Let's put basically everything. All right. Let's clean this up real quick through the power of editing magic. You know, I feel like sometimes deck builds are fairly straightforward, and it feels like it's pretty straightforward here. With all the blue cards that I have and some solid green cards and some good red cards and black cards as well, especially, you know, Fanekeeper's Familiar, Karakik Guardian. Those are cards that stand out along with the Awaken the Honored Dead and Rakshas's Bargain. It really does feel like we want to be a blue-green base with some splashes. So oftentimes white is the color that gets cut, and there's really nothing in white that I want. So let's just cut all of these cards. Maybe there's going to be a gold card that I want to fit in. Like, for example, Sonic Shrieker might be a card that's good enough for us to want to consider playing. One thing to note is no globes. That's really sad. That is really, really sad. All right, taking a look at our red cards. Yeah, let's take all the aggro cards away. Surge, I don't really love. I'll keep it in here for now. Quarry Mountain Stalwart is certainly not something that I want here. And Unsparing Bolt Caster on the splat. You know what? I'm probably not playing the Surge. I already have 3-4 damage spells here that I'm probably interested in playing. And as far as the mana fixing goes, what do we have? Double Nomad Outpost is basically a red-black duel. So it's kind of like double off color. It does let me potentially play a white card if I really want, but even a card like Severance Priest is probably not the strongest. There's also Thunder of Unity, which is probably just not worth it, honestly. It's just too hard to cast. And as far as monocolored cards go, like, what am I going to do here? No, this is just not good enough. I don't have enough monocolored bombs here to play because it doesn't count these gold cards. So what am I going to get? Like a Sinkhole Surveyor. Bewildering Blizzard is nice to hit. A Disruptive Stormbrood, I guess, and then... yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's worth. All right, now I'm going to clean this up via Mana Curve here and kind of see how things look. And then we're going to just begin our cutting process. Okay, plenty of cards to cut here. But like I said, because I'm going to be a blue-green base, probably can cut that. I don't really love Sidisi. I don't really love Krumar Initiate either. We can probably just cut all these kind of mediocre creatures. Reputable Merchant doesn't seem very good. Reigning Victor doesn't seem very good here. I'm going to put all the maybe cards here on the side. I don't love Heritage Reclamation. Stalwart Successor. Are you good enough on the splash? I do have, 2 Champion of Dusons. I don't really want to play... yeah, I have so few counter cards where I just don't think this is even good. So I'll put this in the maybe pile. Severance Priest is in the maybe pile. It's just like, it's something that's good if you can play it early, but I don't know. I don't believe in it. I'll probably play Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon here. I do have a Karakik Guardian to search for, and possibly even a Sonic Shrieker if my mana allows me to play that card. Monastery Messenger is also kind of on the off splash here, so I probably don't care for it. I also have a million creatures I need to cut, so let's just get these all out of here. Actually, Monastery Messenger I'll keep. Adoran Crocodile can probably go. Sinkhole Surveyor, I'm not sure on. Like, is it worth it if it's like on the splash? I don't know. I mean, it flies. What's our black situation? Because like I said, our black is kind of a pseudo splash effect here. If anything, we're Teamer splashing black for like in Awaken the Undead and Rakshasa's Bargain and Fang Familiar. Maybe even a Whale of War. This card is a really nice value card. And when I have triple Sibsig Appraiser, I do feel like there's probably room for something like this. So yeah, the Crocodile can go. Yeah, let's cut the Messenger. Still need to cut some cards. I can probably shave 1 Snakeskin Veil at least. And then let's kind of do this by spell as well. See what works. We have too many spells, so we got to cut some spells. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 spells here. Yeah, let's just cut another Snakeskin Veil. How many dragon cards do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dragons in the deck. And then we have 5 Exhales. That's pretty good. And it also means that the Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon, it also helps with Omen. So it does help me actually use all of these abilities, which is nice. We'll note that our mana is actually not perfect here. I actually feel like I need more blue and green sources, and I'm not sure I actually want the Erishan City. Probably even cut the Sinkhole Surveyor just because it's not a particularly good 2-mana play here if I'm going to be more of a blue-green base. And this is more just like my mana. And maybe the Great Erishan City is also not good if I want to play the Whale of War. Yeah, let's cut the... Okay, I gotta put more cards here on the side. I still need to cut some cards here. I'm gonna put like all the maybe cards here on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just because I like all these better, I think, for the most part. Dragonclaw Strike might actually be good if I choose to play all these Champion of Dusons, but I'm not sure that that's the direction I necessarily want to go. Right? So like all these cards on the right here are kind of more of the maybe stack, whereas all the cards here I really like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22. So honestly, the cards on the left are the ones I really like. Plenty of removal, counter spells, and then just kind of win with various late game dragons. We have card draw in the Rakshasa's Bargain, the Blizzard, and triple Sibsig Appraiser. So we shouldn't run out of action here as well. And certainly, this is a 17 land deck plus. I feel like there's just plenty of things to do with your mana in this type of deck. So I do think I want to play all 17 lands, even though I do have the Wildling here. Wow, I didn't get any monuments either. All right, yeah, I'm going to cut Dragonclaw Strike here just because I feel like I don't have enough things early. And it's a sorcery speed removal spell. I like all my cheap removal spell here better. So we have, what, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. Now, we don't have anything for big things, but we also have Disruptive Stormbrood, which actually can play as a 2-mana removal spell, so I can certainly just put it here. And then we also have a counterspell for big things. So then now I think it's between like one of these two spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This gives us 12 creatures, but I think that's fine. With the card draw that I have, I feel like I can just win off of these big dragons here. And then we just have to figure out which one of these two spells I want to play as my last card. Do I want Roamer's Routine if my mana is bad, or do I want the Whale of War? So I'm going to remove both of these for now and try to figure out my mana. Let's probably get rid of the Great Erishan City here just to see what we have. So yeah, like I said, we're a Teamer base. We don't want to play any planes. We already have Blossoming Sands, Double Nomad Outpost, and Sandstep Citadel. So that gives us enough white for the Sonic Shrieker, because then we only need to rely on the red and the black, which we have with, 2, 3, 5 red sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources. Now, I know there's some overlap here with the Outpost, but remember, Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon also allows us to play the Sonic Shrieker, and in Seal deck, I do think this card is valuable because we can get the Karakik Guardian here as well. As far as black sources go, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources for 4 black cards, which seems fine. We have 1, 2. This one I can even use to cast this. This one, the bargain doesn't really count. What's our black cards? Why does it say we have 4 black cards? Does this count? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So it's really Awaken the Honored Dead and Fanekeeper's Familiar, and I do want to keep it to a kind of a light splash. Rakshasa's Bargain is a totally fine card to play for 4 mana. So I just don't think, but I do have the Saga Wildling. So that is certainly a consideration to play a black source, but I feel like 5 black is still totally fine given what we have here. And I don't want to necessarily, I'm just going to use Saga Wildling as a way to get my other base colors. Oh, Disruptive Stormbrood's also a black card. Maybe I do want 1 swamp. Maybe I want 1 swamp. And I'll play it over the Great Erishan City. So that gives us 6 black sources, which should be way more than enough. And then now let's take a look at our red. We have, I do need to cut a land. This gives us right now 7 blue sources. And we have 1 million blue cards. So it's not ideal, but that's bare minimum that we need. And then for green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green. Yikes. Okay, maybe we can cut. How much green do we have? We need way more than that. We cannot just play 5 green. We need at least 6 green. Probably 7 green. Cut the mountain, and then we cut the swamp. So this gives us 7 blue, 3, 4, 5, 6 green, which again is not ideal. And yeah, the Nomad Outpost, like all of these being super off color is not ideal. 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, wait, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is 18 cards too. Wow. Okay, so clearly our mana isn't perfect. So I think the last card that we need to play, as much as I like Whale of War, I think the Roamer's Routine is more important here as a way to fix our mana here. And maybe we can only afford to play the 5 blue and play something like this. I do feel like we probably want the swamp, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't want the island, or I don't want the plains, but as far as basic lands go, something along these lines. This gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources for, I mean, honestly, these 3 red cards. Oof. But I want to make sure I have a bunch of green mana as well to help play all the other cards. This Maelstrom is actually going to do a lot of work. Like, I'm going to use it to cycle the Island Dragon, the Stormstreak Feral. I can use it for the Disruptive Stormbrood. So given that, and we only have the 2 black cards, yeah, let's just cut the Swamp. My mana just simply can't afford to play it. And so now we're looking at 7 green and 6 blue. But the green gets us the other colors, right? The green lets us play the Einok Wayfarer early. The green gives us the Saga Wildling, which lets us get the other colors, along with the Roamer's Routine. So I think the only thing that I'm considering now is just whether or not I want to play an island, if I want to play an extra island, or keep the green count the way that it is. Because Sibsig Appraiser also gets you your lands. I think given that I have 13 blue cards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. God, this is super close. You know what? I'm going to keep it like this. I think I do want my green, like I said, my green helps unlock my other colors. 6 blue is a little bit light. I only have the 1 double blue card in the late game, and I know I really want to play the Appraiser on 3, but I also don't want to play like a million. Like drawing a million of 1 basic land also seems not great. So let's give this a whirl and see how this goes. Mana not perfect, but there is definitely power here. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and would like to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. It truly means a lot and allows me to continue making this content. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I really believe is an excellent way to up your limited game. All right, at least this first game, we're not going to have mana issues. If we lose, it's going to be because of other issues. All right, tap land for the opponent. Another tap land? No? Green, okay. So here we can play... I'm going to keep the dragon. There's nothing to tap here. So now I'm going to go ahead and just play... Ooh, actually? Probably just the Tawny back, right? Just hits harder. And I'm going to discard Forest there. I'd rather have Thornwood Falls and have access to the second blue. Dragonstorm Globe. Uh-oh. Swamp? No swamp. Okay, let's attack. And this is not a dragon, so I can't cast it off of that. So let's play the Appraiser here. We're looking just for a spell now. Any spell would... Ooh. Ooh. Rakshasa's Bargain and Fresh Start. I mean... I love Fresh Start, but come on. This is sealed deck we're talking about here. Good start so far. Just cycling through our bad cards, etc. What the? Okay, so they're Jeskai, Fortress Kingguard. Okay. I bet the Temur Tawnyback's gonna die here. Worthy cause? Worthy cost? Okay, sure. Alright, that's fine. Einok Wayfarer. That is interesting, but I think I'm more interested in just casting a Rakshasa's Bargain, honestly, so I'm just gonna do that. Four cards in hand for the opponent. We're going to look for some answers. We have a dragon. In the super late game, we can use this to get another dragon. Probably Karakik. Underfoot Underdogs. Oh, wow. They're like 4-color aggro. I don't think that's good. Just so you all know. 2 blue-green. Let's take... Ooh, hold on. Do I need the Roamer's Routine? There's a Saga Wildling and a Durga... Okay, certainly I'm taking the Wildling. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Nomad Outpost, honestly. Honestly, not the best bargain. They probably have a removal spell here, so I actually don't mind playing the Wildling first, just so I can play the tap land and keep up the black mana for a future turn. So let's just play the Wildling. Next turn, we'll have access to 7 mana, so we can go, I don't know, Fanekeeper's Familiar, or we can... There's just a lot that we have available. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Nerev? What does this do? 5/6? Okay. Okay. I'm going to kill it. I think that would be prudent. Okay. Did I play a land this turn? I think I did, which might have been a mistake, honestly. I think milling right now to find good cards for this is also pretty good. Let's get... I don't know. Bloodfell Caves, just for life gain. Yeah, I think all my colors are totally fine. I can also play Roamer's Routine. Just to get another land. Is that better than dealing 3 damage? I think so. And I just want multiple... Oh, I didn't hit a black source. Okay, never mind. Oh, let's just get an island. I just want access to a bunch of mana. Oh, we don't have basic swamp. Flamehold Grappler is really good. Okay, that's less good. I mean, it's still fine. Like, they're going to have a big board here. So we're going to need to start playing some impactful things. Probably actually might want to hold this land just because I have this card. Wow, they're going super wide. I'll block the underfoot underdogs. Oh, wow. Okay. Piercing Exhale is good. Mill 3 cards, okay. Okay, so I'm going to keep the Bloodfell Caves for this. So I can return a creature or land. What creature do I have? I don't have that many good creatures here. Yeah, this is not great. I think my best play is just to play this. Keep the Bloodfell Caves in my hand. And have Piercing Exhale available in case they have some kind of combat trick. 1 card left in their hand. I'm curious what they have. Okay. We'll let that happen. I'm not going to kill it with Piercing Exhale. Now, what do I want to get back? I guess Sibsig Appraiser is the only thing I can get back. Which is still better than nothing, so I'll do it. This thing doesn't have Vigilance. I mean, I could kill it. I am at a pretty high life total, so... Like, I could always shuffle it back into my deck, right? Or I can always just play it and kill the globe. Maybe I'll just play it. And then I get to keep up Piercing and Dispelling Exhale still. And this gives me the potential to kill them with flyers. Obviously, depending on what they do. And we're at 23 life, like I said. Okay, well, whatever happens here, they're going to get blown out here, most likely. Okay. We'll take the first strike. Okay. That's fine. They're 13. Twin Bolt? Ay, ay, ay. That's a good one. I do want to use my mana, so you know what? I'm going to kill this kid. I don't actually want to... I don't want them to gain life. Let's draw Molten Exhale. Because this puts them on a 2-turn clock, basically. And I'm still at a perfectly healthy life total. Where I can hit them for 7 in the air. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Honestly, I think I can just pass. Like, we have all of our bases covered at instant speed, and we just won with our dragons. All right. Fairly straightforward win there. When you don't have mana issues, I do think this deck is solid. Still not insane. It's not even like... I didn't get any rare dragons or anything, but I just feel like this was the best option that we had, given everything. 1-0. All right, on the play here. Oh, wow. Amazing hand. We go first, and we have Nomad, Outpost, Island, Forest. That's literally the dream mana configuration. Okay, and Dispelling Exhale too? Jeez. This hand just kind of wants lands, I guess. I guess I'll let that resolve just because I kind of just want to get Awaken the Honored Dead going. Although now, I don't know. Maybe not, honestly. Like, drawing an extra land kind of changed what I want to do here. Yeah, let's just fresh start this. Getting close to casting the Sonic Shrieker, actually. Yeah, maybe I should have just countered this. I don't know. The thing is, Dispelling Exhale is just a good card in the late game, too. So it doesn't matter. But if I, like, let's say I really wanted to find a land, then playing this turn 3 isn't as bad, right? Like, I just kill this and then try to mill a land and get it back. But now we're in a fine spot. Ooh, interesting. I do have a mountain to search for, which would be pretty good. But I'm going to just wait. I'd rather just keep up Fanekeeper's Familiar here. Next turn, I will get a mountain. I need to get mountain just so because I don't have swamps or plains in my deck. So that's why I need to do it. Sultai Monument, I will counter. That card is just really, really good in this type of matchup. Obviously, they still have a land to play, but... Oh. Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon means I can probably just play it patiently here. Like, I don't need to search for a land anymore, right? Alright, I'm gonna just play this. I'm just gonna play the weakest dragon in my hand, and then see what happens. Like, there's still a chance they can play something small. It's a low chance. But I want them to use a removal spell on my 3/3 here. Don't really care about countering something just because I do have Awaken the Honored Dead, so it's not a big deal. Stalwart Successor, also not a big deal. They do have 2 mana up. I'm actually just going to hang out here. I'm going to keep up Fanekeeper's Familiar. I think this is probably going to be a good turn where keeping up Fanekeeper's Familiar is strong. And if not, then I'm happy with this like back and forth situation. But I do feel like it's likely they play a creature here. There you go. And they would need to have Dispelling Exhale plus Dragon to actually blow me out there. Okay, that was really good. Another play? No lands in the graveyard. Okay, now we can just attack. Seems like they have some kind of removal spell. I don't know. Yeah. It's a little suspect, but you know what? I'm still just going to run this out. I don't think they have a counterspell. We're going to try to kill the Successor. Now, they can have Sandskin Veil, which is fine. Or a Snakeskin Veil or whatever. Okay, sure. But that made them use the combat trick, which is totally fine. That was a pretty strong dragon in play anyways. And my board is still 2 dragons and a 3/3. And I can use Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon to kill something as well. All right, so this is nice. They get to deal a good amount of damage to me with the Stalwart Successor. It's a 5/4. But they're basically just dead to what I have here right now. So let's play this. Kill the Battle Priest. Attack with everything. They might chump block. Alright. Let's play the Wayfarer. Let's get a land. Yeah, I'll get the land. 4. I'm going to hold the land, though. I'm going to hold the land because I have Awaken the Undead. Like, I can get back one of these 2 creatures, which is pretty nice. Is it anything? Oh, creature or land, sure. They're at 5 life. I have 3 lethal attackers here on the left. So if they can't kill my flyer, like, even if they kill my flyer, they can't attack with the Successor. So they're just in a lot of trouble here. Like, they need to kill Sonic Shrieker plus play another creature. Then they go down to 1. They have 3 cards in hand. Sagu Wildling is an excellent play, actually. Wow, what a draw. Oh, we milled Bewildering Blizzard. That's not great, but... Yeah, let's attack with our flyers. I assume they're just happy with the trade here. Okay. And I can still play this. And I can play around Spectral Denial, just because I have the 1 mana. Again, going to keep the land in my hand for Awaken the Undead. And I can get back Disruptive Stormbrood. And there you go. That one was just like, we're just going back and forth, just playing some random creatures here and there, and we were able to get it done with some of our dragons. Our opponent didn't have a ton of card draw available to them, and we were able to take that one down. 2-0! Okay. Here we go. I will say we have been having some incredible mana draw so far. Let us keep it going. Anytime we have a tri-land in the opener, it's nice. Now, this hand doesn't have any red or blue mana, but... I do have Roamer's Routine. Very, very happy with that. Don't need the white land right now, so I'd rather play Jungle Hollow here. Next turn, we're going to go Roamer's Routine, probably for an island. Although, getting a... Wait, no, I can't even... Wait, I can get a mountain. What am I saying? This is actually kind of close. No, it's got to be island here. Because then I can play, like, Fanekeeper's Familiar on something, and then or Bargain, and then play Roamer's Routine again. All right, they have 1 of each color. Oh, that's a good one. Aggressive Negotiations is great. I mean, I have a lot of good cards for them to take, so we'll see what they do. Like, Fanekeeper's Familiar is fantastic. Bargain is fantastic. They're all really good cards. You know, Aggressive Negotiations is probably a good card in Sealed, and I should respect it more. Okay. They went with the Fanekeeper's Familiar. Okay. I'm going to play this now. Oof, that's some action. I'm going to take the card I can actually cast. And then do I want Stormshriek Feral or Molten Exhale? I think it's probably more likely that I want the Molten Exhale. And let's play the land. I did it that way just to play around potential counter magic. They also missed the land drop. Hopefully they don't play some way to get something back out of their graveyard this turn. I am interested in basically dealing with the Skimmer and also playing another spell. Although I guess I only have the 1 blue source, so it's kind of awkward. A mountain would be great. We did dig, so hopefully we can find a red source soon. Okay, ooh, that's also great. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I think I should just take 5. I think Temur Tawny back into Roamer's Routine into Mountain is really, really strong. So let's go ahead and do that. Pay this for 4 mana. All right, got the Mountain. So I can actually play Sonic Shrieker, but it doesn't kill anything. But I do like my hand, and it's just a matter of how much damage we take this turn or how much value they get out of the Skimmer. Like, obviously, I really, really want to kill the Skimmer, but I just feel like I need to also advance my board as well. And I think this is just a nice combination of the two. I got to get a land. I got to put a 4/3 in play. And I have access to 3 removal spells, potentially. If I can find another blue source here. But being able to also just go Fresh Start, Molten Exhale is also pretty good. Now, I don't really care about the Brigade that much, so I'm not even going to be too overly concerned about that. So maybe it's good just to get Awaken the Honor Dead going. Host of the Hereafter. Wow, okay. So I cannot play Awaken the Honor Dead and Fresh Start. I think I need to Fresh Start this. And kill this. They know about the Fresh Start. And I don't really want to block the Brigade, but I'm at 11, so I just don't want to attack either. I don't want to trade damage here, so let's go Fresh Start. Molten Exhale. I think this is like a step in the direction that I need to go to try to win this game. And given that my opponent has 10 more life than me, like I said, not interested in trading 2 for 1. If they kill my Temur Tawny back, that's also fine. Kind of limited by the number of blue sources we have. I could have kept the Thornwood Falls, but like, what am I discarding, right? Like, everything in my hand seems quite strong. If they play something small, I can Sonic Shriek them. If not, then I can play the Durgar Island Dragon. If I draw an island, I can play Appraiser plus Awaken the Honored Dead. Hollow Merc Siege. Abzan? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay. Okay, so Nightblade Brigade is kind of annoying. I can use Awaken the Honored Dead here to kill something. The question is it like the Hollow Merc Siege? I can also tap, like I said, I'm really limited by my blue sources. Yeah, let's just kill the Siege. I just feel like more bad things happen with the Siege than anything. Like, I really want this Brigade off the battlefield. Okay, Disruptive Stormbrood is good. Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. How do I want to block this? I really don't want to deal with the Brigade anymore, so let's do that. I'm at 4 life. What the hell happened? Jesus Christ. Okay. This is brutal. Am I just dead? I thought I had a good setup here, but they kind of had... I mean, maybe I was supposed to kill the Nightblade Brigade. I don't know. But this is really, really rough. Like, if they have a kill spell, I'm just dead. I need to play Sonic Shrieker. I think that's my only out. All right. Yep. If they have a removal spell, I'm dead. Okay, I got a block. Which one do I block? You can't have a pump spell. Oh, Snakeskin Veil? Okay. Well, that's also really good, obviously. Okay, what can I even get back here? Creature or land card? Do I have an island? I do have an island. Oh my gosh, I needed to not tap a red source. Oh, yikes. Okay. This is not ideal. They have something else? What do you have? Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Well, this was, props to my opponent for putting a bunch of pressure on me. Maybe I should have kept the Thornwood Falls, but I really thought that was the game that I probably should have won, and they just found the right angles to get me. Like a lot of little tricky cards. Oof. That one feels bad. I think a better player would have maybe won that game. All right, let's keep this hand. Oh, yeah, that one feels awful. You know, you have those games where you just feel like you somehow threw it away. Like they missed a land drop. We cast a bunch of cards and they just found a way to get us. Them killing the enchantment on Host of the Hereafter was a really big part of them being able to come back, I think. All right, Stormshriek Feral, shuffle that back in. Ooh, we can actually play Tawny back on turn 3, which is great. Pretty lucky, too, to be honest. Okay. I guess we don't block. Oh, they had nothing? Huh. I'm not going to kill this right now. I'm just going to keep up the counterspell. Okay, that card is not good. Okay. That card is not good enough to cast Awaken the Honored Dead on. Okay. It's okay. We're just on Tawny back for the win. Okay? Tawny back for the win. We have Counterspell, Molten Exhale, all kinds of good stuff. Nothing for them. They might have the Osseous card. Maybe not. Okay. Well, anyways, I am going to play the dragon. And they're stuck on 2 lands. Okay. We still have to do much, much better. Oh, man. They have nothing and they're pitching. Okay. Okay. Not much more to say. Our opponent with an unfortunate draw here. What color do I want to get with this? I have 2 red. It doesn't really matter. 3 blue, 2 green. Sure. All right. Sorry, opponent. That was unfortunate. But we still have a mission in front of us. We still need to rattle off 3 in a row. So let's keep it going. This is for gems. We're playing for 2,000 gems. It's a big match. All right, on the play here, certainly keeping this. We've got a 2-drop into a Sibsig Appraiser, and the 2-drop is Einok Wayfarer. Like, having Island Forest in the opener is so big in this deck. There's a Jungle Hollow, but I'm just playing the Wayfarer here. We missed. I hate everything. I truly, truly hate everything. This is the second time we've missed with the Wayfarer, by the way. It just milled 3 creatures. We only have 12 creatures in our deck. I'm just going to add to the board here. I know I have Fanekeeper's Familiar. Teamer Battlecrier. Two. I need to play this now. Let's go fresh start and Appraiser and pass. Like, you just can't afford to have your stuff get countered. Also, I don't need the white man anymore from the Citadel because my Shrieker's in the graveyard. This card is insane, by the way. Like, if you can play multiple spells off of this thing, or play, like, let's say you have a couple of 4-power things in play, man, it can really go off. Okay. Runescale Stormbrood. Can't attack. I just want to keep this cost reduction thing in check if possible. 5 cards in hand for the opponent, though. Oh my gosh. I can't handle this. This is just far too much power than what we have, you know? Like, what do I do? Yep. Glacial Dragon Hunt, like, they have not played a common yet. It's a good indication that they have a good deck. I don't really have a choice. I got to play this thing out. Honestly, gain 3, surveil 3 is not even that bad, so. Let's put basically all the lands into the bin. Ooh, these are actually all very good. I'll keep both. I do think that I should probably just play Karakik Guardian here, though. It just blocks everything. And very few ways for them to kill this, so. Next turn we can use double removal spell, potentially. We'll see. I mean, they gotta have something here. But all I know is they can't kill the Guardian. They can kill it after I block. Okay. Good for you. I can get it back, though, so this is still fine. They can Glacial Dragon Hunt this turn if they want. We have access to 7 mana. At this point, I don't care as much about the cost reduction. I just want to kill the big things. And or by big things, I mean the flyers. Okay, we got the flyers off the battlefield here. I would really rather not mill 3 cards, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, they got a big 5/5 in play. Sure. Okay. God, we milled so many. We milled like so many good creatures. Oh, this is brutal. All right, well. I mean, the plan here is to cast the Blizzard, so presumably I'll have something to discard after they make some kind of attack here. Not really sure how I should block, though. I guess I should cast this first to see if it resolves. Okay. Now I can block. I just think there's just such a likelihood that they can blow me out some other way. I think this is the best block. They could kill the Appraiser. But, like, if they kill one thing, it's fine. Now, obviously, if they have double removal spell at instant speed, it's bad. But, yeah, okay. I mean, the way I look at it is, like, sure. Like, they would have got me. I mean, having those 2 good removal spells, it's fine that they have that. All right. How many? I have 8 cards left. Molten Exhale, Sagu Wildling. Oof. I mean, they're both really good. I'll take the Molten Exhale. Actually, is that the only dragon left in my deck? Where does this get it from? Can it get it from my graveyard? Let me look. Why can't I? Okay. Yep. You got nothing for 2 mana, right? Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I had another dragon. Whoops. I guess I want this one. Then I have 6 cards left. All right. We'll play this. I guess I'll take another Appraiser. I have 4 cards left. Oh, you know, I will say we haven't died yet. Now, they have 6 cards in hand, so it's very likely that I just deck out here. Yeah, fair enough. But we'll see. I mean, we're going to try my best. Like, if they draw 7 lands and all removal spells, so be it. While after we've drawn basically our entire deck. Although we've also done a lot of milling, so it's not entirely fair. The thing is, I don't know that I can win in time. if I play this. So I think I just have to pass. I guess I could find a Sagu Wildling and shuffle that back in, but I'm basically all in on this Island Dragon. Okay, I mean, that was big. That was big. Oh, gosh. I mean... What do I do? I can keep shuffling it back in, I guess. Okay. All right. I mean, we're all in. This is our board. This is our board. If they can kill this board, I lose the game. That's all there is to it. If they kill this board, I lose the game. They have 5 cards in hand. They have been missing land drops. I just feel so hopeless here. But it's the best that we got. I think that milling these 3 was just like so big. Okay. I see. And then they can give it lifelink. Nope, never mind. I'm just dead. Wow, look at, like, they got to do all of that in one turn. Yeah, well, so be it. All right, that's another bad finish. Like I said, I think the second match I should have won. This deck wasn't particularly powerful. Like, I had so few top-end ways to actually win the game. It was just like a handful of these dragons, no orbs. My removal was fine, and my card draw was fine. But man, I will say a lot of these, like Awaken the Honor Debt plus Rakshasa's Bargain, a lot of self-mill stuff. I do think actually with all of this mill, like with these 3 cards in particular and double Appraiser, it was probably a mistake not to play Whale of War. Okay, so that is kind of the one takeaway from all of this is just I probably should have played Whale of War in this deck, just as a way to just find ways to win the game with my dragons in the late game. Because I have so many ways to just put cards into my graveyard. I don't know what I should have cut for it, though, which is the tricky part. Like, I kind of liked all my other cards, which is the thing. But I do think I probably should have played the Whale of War and cut something. What that something is unclear. I had 12 creatures in here. Maybe it's a Piercing Exhale. I mean, it felt like I had enough removal. So maybe I just cut a removal spell here and just go with a card that lets me do something in the late game. So that was probably the mistake. Because just like multiple games, I just went really deep into my library and I probably just needed to find some extra way to get some value or some way to close things out. Didn't have Creator Haumph Behemoth. But anyways, that is the way that this goes in this event. You need to have a pretty high win rate. You need to open some good seals. And sadly, we were unable to do it again in back-to-back seal decks. I by no means claim to be a seal deck expert, as you can see here. But I think we had an okay deck. Our mana was not an issue. It was just other issues that came up. Hopefully, we can get one of these. I will probably do exactly one more just because I really want to win a box. But if not, that'll be it. And we'll just move forward with back to our regularly scheduled... not Ether Drift. I don't know why that's still in my head. Tarkir Dragonstorm drafts. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Again, big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all of your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and seal product needs. If you need some booster boxes or singles, they are the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but certainly not least, check out heavyplay.com for all of your deck boxes, dice boxes, sleeves, playmats needs. You need all those cards, or you need all those products to make sure that you are fully prepared to go at your regional championship, Friday Night Magic, or just for your decks or tabletop events. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.